What's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back to another episode of the Townhall 7 free-to-play. I think we're in, like, day 17 of this bad boy. Episode 12, if I remember correctly. So anyways, we are almost finished, guys. We're almost finished. And so I don't remember, like, exactly how many days ago that we mentioned that we're going to be done with defenses very soon. But as you look at this base, all the archer towers are done. Archer towers are done. Most of the cannons are done. We have one more cannon. Our builder suggestion list is looking really clean right now. We got one elixir collector we got to do. We got a dark elixir drill to finish. And we have a cannon. So yesterday we did a video over in Savage 7 talking about their Legend League player and the attack strategy that they're using to push. Guys, I'm telling you what, man. If you are trying to push as a Townhall 7, it is incredibly hard. So we'll take a look at some of these replays here in a second, showing off the strategy that I picked up over there. I'm not fully maxed out, so it's something that I'm working on right now. But defensively, man, I got crushed for 44 trophies, dude. That is incredibly bad. Like, and that was a Townhall 8 at that. So I got nothing, man. Trophy pushing is extremely hard. And if you're wondering why I'm trophy pushing, there is a achievement, guys. There's an achievement here. We'll collect that here in a second. There's an achievement that is called, let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to remember. League All-Star. So League All-Star, getting to Masters League, you get 1,000 gems. That's what I'm after in order to gain the 5th builder. So, I mean, naturally, it's going to be really challenging, and it is extremely hard as a Townhall 7 to push. I'm just letting you know that. You got to stay online a lot. You got to get really high percentage on the attacks, and you really can't fail. You really can't, or you'll lose a ton of trophies. So, yeah, backtracking. Let's get into the social tab. Looks like we got some people adding me as a friend. Thank you guys for viewing us here on the channel. Stingray, Night Riders, Dark Magician from Allah Akbar, Liam from East Coast Mafia, Rip from Random Cockings, Mimi Big Boy from Storm Area 51, Dark Devil from Reloaded, Active Killer from Paradox, and that's not my Paradox, that's another Paradox. And then we got Bashio from Icy Red Dragon. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add those real quick. And let's go ahead and jump back over to the achievements and collect some free gems. Looks like we got the hidden treasures. We rebuilt the gem mine over on the Builders Hall. I'll show you Builders Hall in a second. I've been working on a little bit. I've been doing a little bit of Builders Hall, so I think that was it, right? That was the only one we had. Yeah, so we got 10 free gems. All right, so anyways, yeah. That's where we're at. We got some icons down here. Let me regain myself, regroup. Okay, so we got some dark elixir that we cannot collect yet, 7,500 and 5,000. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. And okay, so it's time for some question of the day. And we have a very interesting one today from Swift. As a soon approaching max Townhall 8, except for the laboratory, should I stay at Townhall 8 after I'm maxed to finish the lab, or should I move on to Townhall 9? Also, I just want to say that I've been enjoying the series. Thank you so much for watching. And that's a very interesting question because a lot of players have this same issue. We're maxed out on defenses. Our base is fully maxed out. Our walls are done. Our heroes are done. But then we got this problem with the laboratory where we still have a lot of troops to go and many days to go. And so it really depends on your play style. And I have a hard time answering this question because I don't know how you play. Are you a big farmer? Do you like to trophy push, or do you like clan war? And it's really kind of a open-ended question, and it depends on how you value. If I'm going to go to Townhall 9 as a Townhall 8, I want to definitely make sure that I have my Dark Elixir troops maxed out, like my Hogs and my Golems and my Valkyries. I think the Golem goes to level 2, Valkyrie goes to level 2, and the Hog Rider goes to level 4 as a Townhall 8. I'm going to definitely make sure that those items are maxed out, as well as the spells if they have any additional levels that need to go. And then obviously, you know, it depends on what you're farming with. If you're farming with giants and wizards, you need to make sure that those are maxed out. So, I mean, I would say that if you are unsure and you still have some troops that you really want to get maxed out before going to the next level, then do a little bit of trophy pushing to pass the time and try to achieve a higher level or something, a higher tier or something like that. But if you're feeling pretty good about what you got right now to go to Townhall 9, do it. That way you can start working on your Archer Queen. That Archer Queen level, it's incredibly lengthy and it takes a long time, but it's definitely worth it. And Townhall 9 is fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a really fun Town Hall. So that's really where I'm at with it. if you got any questions that you guys have that I have missed, drop them down in the comments below, and we'll be sure to go back and answer your questions. I know there's been a few that I've overlooked or haven't been able to answer yet, and I'm having to go back in videos to find them. So if you have a question that I have not answered, drop it down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get to them. So anyways, I want to get into this trophy pushing army a little bit that I picked up from Savage 7. So we talked about it a little bit yesterday when showing off the attacks from the awesome players, but this attack strategy is it's not as easy as it might look, and I'm working with lower level troops. I do not have the maxed out level 2 minions for Townhall 7. This one right here was a Townhall 7, and the best way to use this army is to pick off buildings that are outside of range of any defenses that might be able to pick off the minions. Use the minions to kind of set a funnel. And so you'll notice on this base, this is a Townhall 7, and we do have two air defenses over on this location and one on the back end. And if I remember correctly, I come in on the back end of this sweeper. So I'm using the minions to pick off buildings. That way the dragons aren't tied up in range of this air defense for a long period of time. And so it's a lengthy process, a very lengthy process. You got to be very patient with the minions, especially considering my level right now, and allowing them to work to take out additional buildings. Now the archers are really hard to work with because you got cannons and you have archer towers sprinkled all the way around the outsides of this base, and so you don't really have a lot of placements for the archers. Now you'll notice that I dropped the Barbarian King on the opposite side over there, and really what I'm trying to do is get rid of this archer tower and try to get rid of some of this stuff over here. That way the dragons stay funneled through the core of this base, and that's what this dragon up here is for as well. This dragon up here in the northeastern side is to take out some of these buildings to force these dragons through the core of this base. Now this is Townhall 7 versus Townhall 7. Dragons are a little bit overpowering against another Townhall 7, I would say. I'm not going to say it's too OP because things could go wrong and your dragons can stay outside of range if you don't properly funnel, but you're going to notice that the dragons and the balloons are going to cycle through, and the balloons are going to kick outside, go after a cannon, go up into a mortar, and then I'm going to save that final rage spell for the back end, going into the back end of the base, taking down a wizard tower, the hidden Tesla, and then they're going to launch over into that final air defense. So I mean, that's one way of doing it. That is just Townhall 7 versus Townhall 7. I'm going to go ahead and back out of this because I think I've shown the army quite a bit in the last couple of days to where you guys should know it by now. And we might do a little bit more of a comprehensive breakdown of this army later on. So let's see here. I got 85%, 88%. I believe one of these was versus a Townhall 8, and it was a very pretty one. Let me see if I can find it. Found it. All right, so we got this Townhall 8, and it was fully maxed out minus a few archer towers. You got some cannons that aren't done either. He did his walls. That's what I'm seeing here. We got walls and we got air defenses that are done. And so what I'm going to do with this one is basically target the outsides. If you'll notice that there's two air defenses down here in the south side, and then you got one here in the core. And so what I'm going to do is try to get rid of some of these outside exterior buildings with the archers. And since there's not archer towers here, they're obviously under upgrade. This allows me to use my archers and use the minions. And so this is where trophy pushing, if you're trying to upgrade your base and you're also trying to trophy push, it's kind of a sketchy thing. You're going to definitely lose trophies by trying to do this. But if you're pretty much maxed out and you're trying to trophy push, then you should be quite successful at this. And this is what I'm doing right here is I'm basically clearing the outside corridor of these, of this base, and I want to basically funnel the dragons up from the south side back behind this air sweeper. There's an air sweeper down here, and so the archers and minions are doing phenomenal by taking out multiple buildings. The king was used over there as well to kind of block for those archers, and now I'm going to bring all of the dragons in from the south side, 2 rage spells and the balloons, and they're going to launch up into this zone, basically taking on an archer tower, cannon, and 2 different air defenses. And then you'll also notice that there's another air defense all the way at the top of the base, so we're going to have to use another rage spell in the core. Now you're going to notice because there wasn't a full-on beautiful funnel of buildings, the dragons are going to kind of spread out a little bit. You got some on the outside corridor, and you have a group that went through the center. And so I'm going to use the rage spell there in the core to at least get the town hall down. That's what I was really targeting, was the town hall, and then those dragons will push up into the hidden Tesla and then take down that final air defense. So that was really key there, was making sure that I used the rage spell properly and taking down and launching those dragons up through the bottom of the base into the final air defense. And then from here on, it's like pretty much downhill for the base. There's nothing else left there to defend. You got a wizard tower, but a ton of dragons to get this job done and finish up. So I mean, if you're trying to trophy push, you need to be at least maxed out with your troops, at least close to maxed out, and that's something that I'm having a little bit of an issue with right now, with the minions not being level 2 and the archers still being level 3. They're not fully there. And the rage spells, I still got 2 levels to go on the rage spells, but I'm doing my best to try to stay consistent with it. Let's see if we can get into one live. And so we got dragons, minions, archers, and 3 rage spells that are only level 2. We're going to knock those out next after that heal spell's completed. Let's go ahead and get in there and try to find one real quick. I'm going to cycle through, and then we'll pick one and see what we got. Oh, wait a minute. We got some clouds there. All right, so you're going to notice that we are continuously having to next through some bases. We're finding Town Hall 9s. This one right here is not bad. The problem with it is it's got 4 air defenses, and I just don't know whether I feel confident enough to take those on exactly. I mean, we could funnel down into the Town Hall. Let's just see what we can do with it. Let's play a little bit. So we got cannon over there. Let's see if we can do this right here. Let me move that down and let's go ahead and try it out. Let's go ahead and drop some minions and try to pick out some stuff a little bit to where we can get in there and funnel our dragons in. We got one there. We got an archer tower coverage. Is going to get, once a minion gets over to that dark barracks, the archer tower is going to pick it off. So let's go ahead and grab some percentage here. I don't think we're going to be able to place one there. We might. Let's put an archer there and see what happens. Yep. See, that's what I thought. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, let's drop a minion over here and there, and I think we're going to get a little bit of percent. We got 6% here. We got air defense. We got 2 air defenses in there, so let's go ahead and drop the Barb King over here, and let's drop a dragon right there, and let's see what happens with this king. Let's see if we can get some archers down back behind him, gaining some percent there. 13, 14%. We got dragons in with a rage spell. Let's drop a set of balloons and some dragons there. All right, dragons are moving in. They're going to kind of spread out a little bit. We got balloons in there. We got to get in on that town hall, though. The town hall is key here when it comes to this situation. All right, so we got dragons spread out. Balloons are in the core having to deal with the queen. And unfortunately, we got one more right there. Let's go ahead and get that dragon into the core. Hopefully get the town hall down. There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Town hall, town hall, town hall. All right, dragon is going to take down the town hall. We're going to get 44%. Just not enough to get the second star, unfortunately. Not enough. We just don't have enough to get the second star. We got 45% here. So, I mean, it's not absolutely perfect, but you're going to have to, and this is something that I'm working on as well, is trying to negotiate these bases and select the right ones. I mean, we didn't have expos that we had to deal with, but we were able to get a decent amount of loot, but you got a lot of coverage with the archer towers all the way around. So let's go ahead and bail on that, and we'll see if we can find another one real quick. Alrighty, then let's go ahead and finish up this video with a live attack. And looks like we got some centralized air defenses. We need to funnel this bad boy correctly. We got 30 trophy offering here, so this is kind of big for our town hall level. So it looks like we got some openings down here. Let's go ahead and use some minions to try to pick off some of these buildings. Looks like we got an archer tower. We're gonna need to try to funnel this a little bit. We got to funnel and make sure that our troops go to the core. So we're gonna need to do this. Let's go ahead and grab some minion space over here. Maybe we might be able to reach that with the archer. Yes, we can. Archer there. All right, so that archer tower is gonna probably pick off that minion. No, okay. Let's see what we got going on over here. Let's see if we can grab this one. And let's grab these camps. All right. And where's that sweeper at? I'm missing the sweeper. I'm trying to find the sweeper. Where is the sweeper? All right. So the sweeper's facing down towards the south. So we're going to need to come in from the back end up here. All right. Let's quit wasting some time here. Let's get that king down. And let's try to clear out some building space here. Let's go ahead and drop a dragon there and there. Looks like the minions are doing well on that side. Maybe. Oh, okay. No, that's not going to work. Let's drop a minion there. All right, so we got a few buildings getting cleared out. King has worked his way into the core, or into the compartment here. Let's go ahead and use his ability, get him through that bomb tower. We're going to lose the barbs with him. King's going to get in on that archer tower, and maybe the dragon might be able to help with getting it down. All right, so there goes the archer tower. All right, let's go ahead and start working some dragons in over here. And let's drop a rage spell there. And then we got 3 up here. So let's drop 3 dragons there and our balloons. The balloons are going to target that mortar. So let's go ahead and drop the rage spell there, get these dragons through this zone, and hopefully get them into the town hall. We need to get them into the town hall, into the air defenses. The balloons are running to the core, and we need to get them down into those final 2 air defenses. We got, oh man, no. See what I'm saying? This is it's not an easy task at all. So we're going to definitely lose our dragon above the town hall. We're only going to get the 1 star here because the balloons just didn't path correctly, but that's my fault. It's something that I failed to do. We got a few minions here. Let's go ahead and drop them there and an archer. Why not? And finish up the attack with a 1-star attack. So we're going to only get 1 star. We were unable to get the town hall, but you see where you got to get a little bit of repetition in here. You got to practice a little bit. You got to keep working with some funneling techniques and really solidify. This base could have fallen if the air defenses would have fallen, and that was what we failed to do. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to get out of this one, and then we're going to take a look at the Builder's Hall real quick. So we gained 10 trophies out of the 30 offering. And we're up to 2237. So, I mean, we're working our way there, but it's going to take a while. This is what Builder's Hall looks like right now, and I am about ready to go to Builder's Hall 3, or Builder's Hall 4, actually. I kind of wanted to get everything leveled up a little bit before I went. I don't know how you guys play, but that's just how I am. It's just, like, programmed in there to, like, build everything up and then go to the next level. So we'll see how it works out, but we did get the gem mine, so we will get some additional gems out of it. That's a good thing. We'll probably need to level that thing up in the next day or so. But yeah, that is going to pretty much wrap us up for today, guys. If you missed out the previous videos on trophy pushing and you want to see the legends in action and stuff like that, click one of those videos over there, and that's going to wrap us up for today, guys. If you enjoyed the content, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.